Hey everybody, my name is Eric Pratum. I'm from Grizzard, and this is your video book review for Trust Agents by Julien Smith and Brogan. I was a little torn on this book. There were some things that I liked and some things that I didn't like. Things that I liked were the book really made me think. It made me think about how I do my work and what I'm spending my time on. It made me reconsider balance and what I'm focusing on, especially when I'm working on branding and networking. That was really good. It's caused my balance to change in terms of what I'm spending time on at work. As well, on page 11 they talk about building a listening station, and that's a very well-known way to listen online. Lots of people have posted about them before, so if you Google listening station, you'll find it. Basically, you set up a Google Reader or some RSS reader, and then you can listen to any mention of your brand, your name, whatever else across Twitter, blogs, forums, all of that stuff. On page, let's see, I think it was page 219, they talk about the well-known Chevy Tahoe example. I happen to like that story. Basically what happened was GM asked people online to create a commercial for them, to advertise for them essentially, and there was a backlash, and all of the most popular videos were the most cynical and satirical, and so it didn't turn out that well. What they learned from it was maybe if instead of asking people to advertise, they ask people to talk about their passions, then it can go fairly well, and it did. So I liked that story. Things that I didn't like, they spend a lot of time in the book they use this language that basically says, well, you wouldn't be reading this book if you weren't one of us, but you're already familiar with this. And, you know, it's clear that they want to teach you something, but they also, they try and set it out, well, only certain types of people should read this book, and maybe I just wasn't in the target audience. I'm not sure exactly, but it didn't sit that well with me. And so what I ended up feeling as I was reading most of this book was, but yeah, I know a lot of this stuff, so why am I reading your book? You know, I read a lot of books like this to learn something, and if you tell me that I already know this, why did you write the book? So it didn't honestly sit that well with me. Should you read the book? If you are just getting started with your career, if you're building a new business, or maybe if you've heard a lot of these things before, but you're not that good at following up with people after a networking event, building connections online, building advocacy, then yes, most definitely read this book. If you, however, want a tangible takeaway, if you want to be able to go away from a book and say, I have these 1, 2, 3 things that I should do, and then I will be on the path that all of these other experts or, you know, whoever else, experienced people have traveled before, read a different book. For me, I didn't come away from this book feeling like there were actions that I could take. It made me think, it made me change the way that I work, which is a really valuable thing. But ultimately, I would not suggest this for a lot of people, because if someone asked me, well, what am I going to learn? I'm going to say, I don't know. So my name is Eric Pratum. I'm from Grizzard, and this has been your video book review for Brogan's and Julien Smith's Trust Agents. Thank you.